Hey guys, it's kind of crazy today. I slept on my couch and I woke up and I was like coughing. I was like, it feels like shit. But regardless, today I just wanted to talk about something. Isn't it like kind of crazy that Ghislaine Maxwell's dad is Robert Maxwell, and Robert Maxwell worked for Mossad, you know? And so he also had a joint venture with McGraw Hill, which makes the English textbooks for like America. And I'm not saying like, oh, okay, they made every like English textbook, but for a while they did. It's just crazy how like Israel is constantly trying to control America, and it works. They've succeeded in it, you know. Like, there's probably not one politician that isn't under like Israel's fucking pocket right now. And it's really fucked up because, you take a look at the news or you look into things, and Israel's also really, really heavily investing into, AI shit, all this sort of like spyware shit. Like, they just constantly want to fucking spy on us and what we do. I think that's really fucking scary, you know? And I feel very powerless, cuz like like you just look into stuff, and Israel's behind a lot of fucking stuff. Like, Israel's really fucking evil. And I'm when I say Israel, I'm not talking about every single Jewish person. I'm talking about fucking Zionism, I'm talking about people who believe like Israel has the right to defend itself and all that, yada yada. I'm talking about those people. If you're a Jewish person, I'd have no problems with you, like, seriously. But Israel, I have a problem with, just because they're trying to encroach on America's freedom, and they're doing it, like America literally does wars for Israel. The whole reason, like, if Israel wants us to do something, they know how to make us do something for Israel. You know, and that is just fucking utterly depressing on how much that people aren't just talking about it. People should talk about this shit all the time. And I don't like. It's just like I feel so powerless. I don't know what the hell to do, because it's just like horrible people are in control and they get to do horrible things, and then you get to make things worse and more horrible, and we can't do anything about it, like, that shit just fucking tanks my mood. It makes me feel like so hopeless and so depressed. But it is fucking kind of crazy, just the world we live in right now, I'm sure there's always been like shit like this happening, but I'm fucking aware of what's happening right now, and it just makes me really sad. It makes me really upset. The fact that I can do as much good as I want to. I can make as many people's days better as I can. And that shit doesn't matter, because there's fucking rich people doing horrible, evil shit that makes the world worse for fucking 4,000 gazillion people. And it's like, wow. That's really, really tragic. But no, like I said, Mossad, you take a fucking look at Israel. You take a look at what tech companies are buying or giving money to. You take a look at what, like, fucking Israel people do. And you're like, oh, that's all our tech companies. Oh, that's all where our information's going. That's all this sort of stuff. And that's because they want to control us. They want to say, oh, this is anti-Semitism. It's like, no, we're just fucking speaking up about fucking how horrible and controlling Israel is. And of course, the easiest way for them to silence people is to make people not reputable, and the way they do that is by branding people as anti-Semitic. I think it's just kind of horrible, really. And I don't really like talking about politics, but it's just like that. It's been on my mind, you know, because it's depressing, really. It's depressing to not feel like you have any control over your life. And it's hard to even want to work or do a job in a fucking world that's run by horrible people, you know? Because it's like you're working so that bad people can be happy and can profit while you're fucking miserable, you know? It's like, why the fuck would I want to work or do anything in that society? No, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to fucking draw. I want to fucking read my books. I want to fucking watch movies. I don't want to participate in something that, you know, helps horrible people become richer. And they become richer by doing nothing because they invest and then they're good. You know, once you invest, you know, they don't have anything to worry about. And it's just like, come on, man. But no, you can take, there's a lot of information online that you can find, and it's just really enlightening on how much Israel fucks with everything. You know, I genuinely think they're maybe one of the evilest countries. Yeah. Not that I think that even if America didn't have Israel, we still wouldn't be doing, like, fucked up shit. America will always be doing fucked up shit. But it's different when, you know, it's of our own volition and freedom, and not so another country can have a better quality of life than we do. You know? That sort of thing. But, regardless, I'll shift gears. I've been taking night medication recently, and it makes me pretty sleepy at nighttime. And I've actually been going to bed a lot earlier than I normally do, which is actually good. I think it's much better for me to go to bed earlier than later. So that's good, you know. That's a positive. I've been buying a lot of books and comics recently, because I just like reading them. I like the art a lot. My job, I have a job now, and my life is looking up. Because before, it's like, I don't know what I was doing in my life. I didn't have any idea of what was my next steps. You know, I felt like stuck. I felt like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just like doing nothing. I'm being useless. And it fucking made me depressed. Made me want to die. Made me want to kill myself. Made me want to, you know, do horrible things. Because that's how it is. You know, I get hopeless. And I get hopeless very easily because I isolate and I stay home a lot. And then I'm like, oh. The world, I perceive the world through a very, very strict, narrow lens when I do that, because it's like, that's just like I feel like shit because I'm not going out enough, not doing enough stuff. Social interaction is kind of crazy important, and I just need to like remind myself like there is good in the world, and all this sort of stuff. Because it can be very easy to get demotivated when you think about how the world is. Or you think you don't have a future, or you don't know what's going on. Because my biggest thing is like, I just wish everything in life was guaranteed for me. You know, I wish I knew my future. I wish I could just chill at my house and be perfectly fine and not have to worry. Because I fucking hate worrying, I hate responsibilities, I hate all this shit, you know? And that's pretty human to not like those things. But it can be overwhelming, is what I would say. Overwhelming. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I described that sort of thing where it's like you just feel really powerless. That's the most horrible thing in life is feeling like powerless and like things won't get better. But talking to people and being around people always gives me hope, you know. That makes me very, very happy, and I like people. I like talking to people. I like drawing. I like life. I like living. I like thinking. And I'm trying very, very hard to just keep going and get better at life, you know? I apologize for missing one of these monthly things. But that's just how it is sometimes. That's just how it can be. I guess what I would like to know is what do you guys like most about my art? You know, what have you guys been up to? What have you guys been doing? What music you've been listening to? I didn't want to put any music in the background for this one because I know a lot of the time the music is louder than me, and also I'm just kind of tired because I just woke up. I woke up and I just instantly got to working on this. So it's like, I'll put no music in, and so people can put music on in the back that they want to listen to while I talk. You know? But I would like to know what you guys like most about my art. What you want to see more of from my art. Just 'cause I'm curious. But no, I love you guys, and I'm very, very happy when you guys show any support. You know, it means a lot to me to read your guys' comments or just know that you've seen my video. Because like it's so easy to feel alone in the modern world because you don't want to bother people. You know, you're like, I could talk to them, I could ask them to hang out, but I don't know. Maybe they'll think I'm weird. You know, everything is just so normalized and being so distant from people, and it's like, fuck. We need to hug each other more. We need to show how much we love each other. You know, like that's what's really fucking important, you know, is appreciating each other. Try to show appreciation to at least like one person in your life every fucking day is what I would say. That's my advice. Because if you're not appreciating things, it's hard to appreciate yourself. It's hard to, just in general, I guess. Try to do good by others. Try to be, respectful of people. All this sort of shit. But if someone isn't worth respecting, or that sort of stuff, then don't give a fuck about them. The worst thing you can do is if people who are assholes, or people who are bad people, is the worst thing you can do is give them space in your fucking brain. Is to give them, you fought, Those people don't deserve to be on your mind. They don't deserve to be what you're worrying about or thinking about. We need to train our brains not to be so negative. Because the news, everything is always so negative. Social media, that shit's negative. So your brain is taught to automatically be negative. So you gotta teach it, hey, don't be negative all the time. You gotta be thinking about the positive. You gotta be thinking about stuff you like. You gotta really be a human. You gotta be feeling the goodness of life. Is what I would say. But now, I want to keep working on this because I feel like I need to work on it a lot more if I want to get it done. But I got to do like essays and stuff for my class. I've been busy because I want more money for books because I don't know, maybe it's selfish, but I like having physical books a lot, even if I've read something on my computer already or watched something. Like, physical media is just very important to me. And I guess it's just because, I don't know. It means that I care about it enough to actually have a collection of something in person. And I guess it's because it also makes it easy to give it to someone to read, or this or that, That sort of thing. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. Just that. If you want to give me money or buy me things, you can. I usually use my money on clothing or on books, because I don't have anything else to use it on. I kind of stopped buying games. I don't really care about games as much. I really do love people, though. I really wish I had more friends. I wish I was more outgoing. But at the same time, it's like I will ask people if I'm in a movie theater. I will ask them and be like, "Hey, what'd you think of the movie?" And they're like, "Oh, I liked it." And then I talk to them about it a little more, and then I just leave and never see them again. And it's kind of cool doing that. It's really hard for me to do that, actually, because it's very, very stressful. Because I'm like, oh, what if they it's just I'm very not good at approaching people, but I do it anyways. I force myself to approach people, and I don't know, just that's the only situation I can really think of that I did recently. but I try to be nice and I try to be courteous. But I also like try to interact with people, just anyone I see, and I feel like I have justification enough because it's very hard. Like I don't want to just be like, hey, what's up? Do you want to talk? Like it's like weird and freaky. Like most people just want to fucking mind their own business. But if someone's wearing an outfit, I'll be like, hey, your outfit's awesome, or just like something like I say like something nice. Or if I see like a old person and like a kid, and they're taking like a photo, and it's like, hey, do you guys need a photo together? I'll take a photo of you too, so you guys don't have to like not be in the photo. You know, like I'm being helpful, I'm being nice. And it's really, really difficult for me to do this stuff because I'm just like I'm so afraid of people, but I'm also like I love people and I want to like hug everyone in the world. It's just difficult, really. Cuz I'm like I get really afraid. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gross or I'm ugly or like everyone hates me or everyone thinks I'm weird or a fucking like evil freak or person." And then I'm like, "Oh fuck." It makes it very hard for me to you know get out of my comfort zone and actually approach people, just because I'm like I'm just not good at it. You know, like it's weird because in our world we need a reason to talk to people. We can't just talk to people. You know, you can't just be like, hey, what's up? And that's crazy to me. Like, what do you mean we need a reason? We have to be in a specific situation that like that like means you should talk to someone. I guess my biggest issue is like how I don't really know how to talk to people without without like them assuming like I'm flirting with them or some shit. I don't know. Cause I feel like that's a big thing where it's like people only talk to people if they're hitting on them or if like they need something, and it's kind of fucked. Like we should just normalize fucking talking to people and communication. Like what the fuck are we doing, bro? We're not human beings. We need to be human beings. We need to normalize talking to people. We need to normalize just appreciating everyone's thing. You know, maybe it's like an issue of COVID or something, but I think everyone is so great, and I want to talk to people. I want to learn about people. I want to be friends with people. I want to just make people's days better. But I can't. It's very hard for me to do that when I'm like so afraid of people. And maybe I just have a bad perception and actually it's very easy to do it. But for me it's hard because I'm just like I don't wanna weird people out, I don't wanna scare people, I don't wanna, cause I've had people threaten me, not from being nice. You know, I've just had people threaten me on the street or call me names just because, you know, it's usually like a crackhead or something, you know, someone who's not really all there. They have some issues going on, and I understand that. But it's just that sort of thing where it's like I want to be nice to people, and it can be again. I'm afraid of people because it's just scary as fuck. The world is scary as fuck that we live in. We need to aim to make it nicer as fuck. You know. I've been drawing a lot in my notebooks and stuff, and that's kind of hard because I don't want to rip the pages out, but I still want to scan like the paper. So maybe I should get a bigger printer or something. I don't know. I want to scan it, and I know like, well, there's phone applications you can use to scan it, but the quality on those are always not that good. They're not as good as scanning it on a printer. So I don't know. I don't know. If you guys have any solutions to that, let me know, because I would really love. Eventually, I do want to set up a website for my art and just have like an archive of all of my different notebooks and stuff, and make it easy to so you guys can just look through those, and scroll through and all that sort of thing. But I'm not really good with websites. I'm not really good with all that stuff. I know I could like set up a NeoCities or something, but I don't know any of the website code languages or anything like that. I guess this is where I'll end it for now, just because my hand's a little tired. My hand's a little tired. But thank you guys for watching as always. There's a lot of this stuff. It's crazy to think that I even made it, I'm like, dude, how the fuck did I do all this shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, it was just fucking nutty, bro. For real. This whole thing's gonna be filled up eventually. It's kind of dope as fuck to me. Actually, I'll draw one more thing. I want to draw a little guy. Bye bye.